Good morning, Neil. Emma! Love you, Emma. Emma made Frank for me. Emma, hitting you up in the comments. In fact, Emma, I was going to message you to ask how to wash him because he's been about for a bit. Needs to go in the washing. I don't want to ruin him. Cursed Lisa, little Lauren, hello. Samantha Smith, good morning. Can you guys hear me and see me? I'm about to have a conversation that is a tough one, and I thought I was going to leave till the end of my book. However, too many people have been saying hello to Frank in the comments. It's breaking my heart a little bit, so I'm just going to have to talk. I'm going to have to talk about it. I have to talk about it. Can you hear me? I'm on the hard stuff this morning. Look, it's not tea, it's not water. It's smoothie. Right, guys, let me know if you can hear me because I had to move my microphone about yesterday. Well, just let me know that everything's okay. Okay, thank you, Crystal. Good morning. Crystal Lady and Crystal Life Rose. Okay, so just in case anybody is new here, hello, my name is Joanne. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of a background to this full story, just in case nobody knows, okay? And people are like, what is she going on about? If you are new here, welcome. It is so lovely to have you here. So I've had this big change come in. I've been speaking about in my video, and a book is to be written, which has been started actually. I mean, it might not be finished for a while, but anyway, we'll see. I spoke to the beautiful Emma about my, what's been going on, and I spoke to Kerry, and I had a wonderful session last night with Alexander Mazzone. If you don't know who Alexander is, he is part of Team Light. He is on YouTube, Galactic Tarot. Hit him up. Go and give him a follow if you feel drawn. Give him a subscribe because he's just an awesome brother. And him and Rion, when I woke up in 2017, I just started watching him and Rion and Rion's Morning Coffee over on Unite the Collective, which is another awesome channel. And I didn't really understand what they were talking about, but I couldn't stop watching it. I've learned so much from them, and they've really been a massive support system to me on my journey. So Galactic Tarot, Alexander Mazzone, and Unite the Collective, Rion, the Rowan. Okay, brothers over in Sedona. Anyway, so I was chatting to him last night, and because I've now spoke to some very beautiful people who get it, I'm now ready to talk about it. So this is a little bit of a therapy session. And I do have a session at 11 o'clock today, so I'm going to have to watch my time. Rion. So this is a spoiler alert. If you want to wait for the book and you this is the end of my book, okay? But it's the beginning of a new chapter for me, and I want to chat about it because I think that everybody can take something from it. So Frank. So in 2017, Frank, basically what happened to me was I started going through this really harsh and quick spiritual awakening, okay? And one day I was sitting and this energy was circling around me, and all of a sudden in my head I heard like, hi, I'm Frank. I'm your fire dragon. Okay. And I was like, what do you mean? I didn't even know dragons were a spiritual thing. Did I, Frank? No. I didn't know. I didn't know dragons were a spiritual thing. I didn't have a clue what was going on. I was like completely and utterly clueless. But until I wrote some things down, he wouldn't go away. And I began to realize that Frank was, a guide of mine, like my dragon guide. Okay. And he would always come over on the right hand side. And for a long time, Frank taught me lots of things. And lots of other dragons came in. But Frank taught me how to work with dragons, how to respect them. And my love for him is unmeasurable. Okay. I'm going to get through this without crying. I am. So, and somebody watching this, they might not get it. They'll be like, oh, what? She's upset about an imaginary dragon. This is so much more to me, okay? Because when my spiritual awakening came in, Frank was just there, and I felt so safe and so protected through it all. Because he was just there. I just felt him, like I heard him, we'd conversations in my head, like telepathically, and he taught me so much. And one day along my journey, Frank went away for a while, and I thought he was completely gone, and I was absolutely distraught. But he was teaching me a very valuable lesson that I couldn't just depend on him. I had to walk this path on my own, So this is just a little bit of background. Now, also to give you a bit of background, a very important person in my life was my grandfather. Okay, he basically raised me, brought me up, and we did everything together. I lost him. He held on till I was 18, just a couple of days after my 18th birthday. Okay, but the most special, beautiful soul, and just really helped me on my path. Okay, this is all relative. It's all relative. Okay, so. In case you wonder what I'm doing, I'm playing with Frank's feet because I'm just like, talk about this. So, anyway, this is kind of, and there's been a lot happening here. If you haven't been following, look at the video of the storm. So, there's a lot been happening here. And on the Saturday of the storm, I felt this darkness come in. Again, this is all relative. Okay. So, there's been a lot happening in this area, and a lot of kind of distraction going roundabout. And to let you understand, when Frank went away the first time, he came back different. So he originally looked like this, but the next time he came back, he was like a lava dragon. So he'd like gone up a level, right? He'd leveled up. And from then he was about if I needed him, but he wasn't always there. So I got used to him just not being about, right? After he left the first time. And so let's fast forward to this weekend. So Saturday, I'm sure it was Saturday, we had this total eclipse of the sun, right? And I was told to go and connect to my stream. So on Saturday I connected to my stream. Merlin's been hanging about me a lot, and I had this journey I don't really want to go into, but I had this journey, and it was all about a lifetime that I had in Glastonbury, my relationship to Merlin, and dragon energy also there at that time. Okay. So, Merlin's been hanging about. Merlin doesn't really talk much, or he certainly hadn't. He was just kind of very in the background, like just the strong, kind of silent type, right? So then Sunday comes, and I get up on Sunday morning, and I go downstairs, and my calendar's off the wall, and my light is flickering, and I go outside to do my grounding and my cleansing and things, and I have a dragon out the back who's representative of Frank, okay? And he's lying there and his head is off his body, right? And I'm like, so I tune in and Frank is gone. He's gone. And so I come in and I am breaking my heart, right? Because I feel like he's died. I seen JC there. Hello, beautiful. And I was actually speaking to JC at the time, and I like messaged her, and I was like, Frank's dead. How can Frank be dead? Like, how can a spirit guide, a spirit without a physical body, be dead, right? So I'm breaking my heart, right? I'm like, what's going on? Like, how has this happened? And I realize I need to figure this out. So I come upstairs and I pull a card, and like a card that says, all the answers. Like, you have all the answers. Just tune in. So I do what I always do, and I go for a salt bath, right? So I go for this salt bath, and I've taken my diary, my journal, and I'm trying to write my journal because I'm like sweating and there's steam everywhere, and I want to listen to music. But what I do first of all is I look up the name of the storm, and the storm was called Storm Arwen, and Arwen stands for Fair Maiden, right? And underneath this, when I've Googled it, has come up Brave, the film, the Disney film Brave. Now, I've never watched it, but it's about this Scottish girl in the Highlands of Scotland, and it's something about there's like a curse that's been lifted. Okay, now I want you to. The reason I'm sharing all this is because the universe shows you everything. Like, it shows you everything that you need to know. It's all there in front of you. You just kind of have to be aware of it. All these jigsaw puzzles are there. Like, you're given all these pieces, but it's up to you to put it together. So what's been happening with the storm and the clearing in a certain area, and I'm like, whoa, that's no coincidence, right? So then there's a song in Brave called Fair Maiden. So I listen to this song in the bath, and I feel it's a message from Frank, and I'm like bawling my eyes out again, right? I'm like, doing my purging in the bath, like I'm crying, and I died, and Now, this is the 5th of December, and to let you understand, the 5th of December was my grandfather's birthday, okay? So I go from like listening to that song to then in Spotify I put in Dragon, right? So then this band called Dragon Force come up, and they're like this kind of death metal. They're like this death metal kind of anime song, right? And it's all about the darkness of the world and fighting the darkness, and we're gonna get them, and sometimes we get pulled down, but we're fighting and we're winning. And so I'm listening to some of these tunes, not really my style of music, right? But I'm listening to these tunes and I'm reading the words, and I'm like, whoa, the universe is speaking to me. Like, it is speaking to me and letting me understand what's been going on here. And then this band called Dragon Force, they have a song called My Heart Will Go On. And to let you understand, my grandfather, it's his birthday in this day, the 5th of December, right? Who I love, the love of my life, right? The song that always reminds me of him is Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, because that was what was in the charts when he passed away. And every time I listen to it, I know that's him kind of coming in and giving me a nod, right? So I start listening to this, and it's like a death metal version. It's like a death metal version of Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. So now I've gone from crying to this state of just like I am laughing, and I'm like laughing, I'm howling, because it's just such a Frank thing to do, right? Like it is like Frank's personality is so sarky and just, only he could lead me to a death metal version of My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, right? So I'm now in there and I'm like laughing. And I'm going through all these emotions, and all these pieces are starting to come together. And then it drops. Then not the penny, then the multidimensionality of convoluted, mind-blowing just drops. Here's what happened. So on the Saturday that there was all this storm happening and there was this clearance happening. Now, to let you understand, I don't mean this in any kind of egotistical way, okay? I'm seen through the ethers here because I because of my gridding and because of the work that I do here, and like I'm seen, like they know, they know where I am, but they don't come near me because of what I can do, okay? And that's not any kind of it's just my skill set. It's just what I do, okay? It's just part of what I'm here to do. But what happened on that Saturday was when there was the very close near fire in my home, when the electricity went out and I felt this darkness come in. I don't know 100% what happened then. I haven't been given it because I don't think I'm ready to see it. But I know Frank gave his life for me and my family to save us. And to some people, it's going to sound mental, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Take it as a work of fiction if you need to, okay? So he gave up his etherical being in that form. There was some kind of fight in the ethers here, and he gave up his life for the safety of me and my family. Okay, so I'm gonna get sick crying. Come on. I don't know. The orange juice must stop me from crying. I don't know. Then I see it all. And Frank, my spirit guide, was a shadow aspect of my grandfather. So part of my grandfather's multidimensionality was Frank. And what happened, because Frank made a sacrifice, so Frank was shadow, but he wasn't working for the shadow. Sometimes you need to fight dark with dark, right? Like sometimes it needs to be an inside job. And I didn't understand this until Sunday. So Frank was a shadow aspect of my grandfather who, in his own way, was trying to ascend. And he went through a process of ascending from one form to another because I was probably so much hard work that they just gave him like all the medals that they could, right? So he did whatever he had to do for my ascension process, and he leveled up. But then he sacrificed his existence to save me and my family. And because he did that, he got to go back to, he got to integrate back into the soul of my grandfather. And my grandfather, I've seen him turn golden. And it was so beautiful. And just this mind-blowing expansion of what just happened there. Like, is that even possible? Like, I couldn't integrate it or understand it. I had to sit with it. Like, I just had to sit with it and go, whoa, like, that's possible? Like, how, just how, but anything's possible. So the beauty of all this is that part of my grandfather's soul, who'd passed away, shadow aspect or not, had been protecting me and looking after me and woke me up, right? Was my awakening. So part of my grandfather's shadow aspect, my grandfather basically in a different form woke me up, has helped me understand this whole multidimensionality, has taken me through the first 4 years of my awakening, has taught me so much, and sacrificed life to go back to the golden element of what is my grandfather's soul. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what's been going on. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I couldn't read the chat. I just had to get it out. So that is what has been happening. That's what's been going on with me. That's what I've been integrating. And now it's time for me to tell my story and put it in word form and put it in a book form. I don't know how that's going to happen. I just know that it's going to happen. Hello, Marissa. Yes, the labradorite that you gave me. Absolutely. Yeah. And you said it as a story to tell. Yeah. Emma Cahill. Hello. So, so Frank is no more. And, that part of him that assisted me isn't there anymore. It's just not there. So he will always be remembered, and it is just such a beautiful thing that has happened. But I wanted to come in and share, because so many people say hello to Frank and he's just not there anymore. So but it's so beautiful, right? And it's really made me think about our expectation and our belief system of what spirit guides are. And this, like, as much as Frank supported me in everything that he did for me, he was shadow, and I didn't realize that. So we need shadow in our lives. We need shadow for the protection. We need but it just makes you think about guides and what we've been led to believe about spirit guides. You've got a spirit guide, but where do they come from? What do they want? And what's their intention? So just kind of, these things always bring more questions than they do answers, but it opens up a whole different ball game, a whole different understanding of, and more questions, and the more I go through this, the more I learn, the less I know. You just can't make it up. So Yes, Emma, will you? Emma, make my Syrian dragon. Anyway, I have Frank always, and I can always hug him, and I'm so grateful, Emma, for this. Emma made Frank for me years ago, and she didn't even know what Frank. I hadn't told her what Frank looked like, or even really told her anything about Frank. She just wanted to make me a dragon, and she made Frank. So that's how cool Emma is. Oh, Jay. Yeah, I tried to get through that without, bawling my eyes out. I wouldn't have been able to do it up until now. Or without, speaking out for the past couple of days to understand it. He is with us all, Eric. Thank you. You wouldn't know about your dragon and help and protection they give me without me and Frank. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you, Eric. You'll have me crying again. Stop. I know I don't know, so I know a lot. Yes, it's very true. Anyway, this channel is all about my journey through Ascension, and this was so big that this is just part of my journey, and there'll be people that maybe watch this and they're like, what the fuck is she doing? The girl got cray cray. The girl hasn't gone cray cray. The girl has absolutely I've never been so centered and aware and happy and complete. I've never been so complete and grounded and centered and in all my life, and as I step more and more on this journey, and I open up more and more to these experiences and the understanding of these experiences and sharing these things so that other people understand that, when they have experiences, that they are not crazy. This is just their world, their version of their world, their perception of their world. Nobody has any right to tell anybody that isn't real to them, and I think by me sharing this, I hope that it gives more people confidence in understanding and appreciating a different world than we've been told about, or that we've been programmed about. And this channel is really about knowing that it's okay to be your true, authentic, divine self, whatever that might be. And mine changes. Like, I'm constantly reinventing myself. And my mum used to say to me, I never know what Joanne I'm going to get, right? And I understand this is all my different multidimensionalities, and you'll see through this channel that the progression of me changing, because I am changing. I can feel myself. I'm stepping more into this kind of worthy goddess energy, right? Not in like an egotistical kind of way, but I'm feeling much more safer in being able to be who I truly am. And for a long time, like, I wasn't wearing makeup and all that kind of things, and that was really about me just kind of still hiding in a way. I know that. I mean, I'm very comfortable in my skin. I have no problem whether I'm wearing makeup or I'm not wearing makeup. But now I'm stepping into this version of me that's saying, it's okay to be that. It's safe to be beautiful. It's safe to, if you want to get up in the morning, do your hair and put a little bit of makeup on and show a little bit of boob or whatever that is, right? Like, it's safe to do that if that's how I want to express myself that day. And if I wake up another day in a different version of Joanne and I just want to slog it out and can't be bothered, and I'm also comfortable in that. So you're going to see me changing as these integrations come in, and as my understanding changes. And this is what it's all about. It's about, for me anyway, it's about becoming the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And every day I learn more and more about this centered. Like, we're not, well, certainly I'm not, I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm not here to be all love and light and and rainbows and, you know, cognitive dissonance and, you know, let's be that. I'm also night, you know, you can kind of see this here. Like I've got like my little, and I've got this night side going on, right? I'm both. And I'm really integrating that just now. And I'm understanding that the most powerful place is in that center. It's about knowing that you can be this warrior version of yourself. Okay, you can be this kind of goddess version of yourself, this light angelic version of yourself. And you can be both in the present, in this now, because it is the strongest position that you can be in, you know. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, so this is something else. This is something else I've wanted to talk about for ages, right? So let's just do it, because I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood. So, that's not spiritual of you. How many people, the red lipstick, JC? No, I've never been a red, but you know, you never know. I might do half. Red over here. So this is why I want to talk, right? So you're having a conversation with somebody and they go, you say something they don't like, right? Because you're being your true authentic self and you're having your true voice, and it's okay to not agree with everything, right? Because that's the truth, is it? And you say something to somebody and they do not like what you say, right? And they're like, oh, I thought you were spiritual. That's not a spiritual thing to say. Because you put down a boundary, right? JC, I have done red lipstick and leather. I used to go out and nights out with like leather cat suits on and knee-high boots. That is my 4D. And she's there, but don't know if I'm ready to unleash her to the world just yet. This belief system that to be spiritual, you have to be, you have to like everyone. You have to like everything they say. You have to agree with what everybody says, because otherwise, you know, it's not spiritual. And it's just a heap of bullshit, right? Like, it does my... Oh, no, he's good. It does my head in. Thought you were spiritual. I am. It doesn't mean to say I have to agree with everything you say, right? Hold on, there's a message being held there. What's that? Henny Penny, I'm lacking the feminine. It scares the shit out of me, but I'm full of warrior confidence. I kick serious ass. Yes, well, I think that's where I am, Henny Penny. I'm embracing. I've always been more kind of masculine, and I'm bringing in the feminine. So this belief system of, you know, I'll tell you what spiritual is. Spiritual is boundaries, having boundaries. Because what happens with some of these people, okay, is that they think because you're all love and light, love and light, love and light, love and light, take your love and light, love in love and light, right? Love and light, bandied about like love and light, love and light, love and light. You know, and it's very much been designed that way. And listen, if that's who you are and that's what you want to be, I'm cool with that. Like, you can do whatever you want. This is just my opinion. Okay? You're allowed to set boundaries. Okay? Because what happens is sometimes other people have this belief system that you're spiritual. So they just think they can walk all over you. Like this. They're spiritual, so they'll put up with anything. Right? No. Okay? Being spiritual is setting very clear boundaries and saying, I do not accept that. Okay? That's okay. Listen, you can have your truth and you can have your belief system, and that can be your world. And that's fine. I don't have to agree with it. And just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean to say that I'm not spiritual. It means that I understand that you have a different perception. But it's not my perception, and I'm allowed to have that, So it mostly happens within people that pretend they're spiritual, but they actually don't do any work. Okay? Or people that don't understand what spirituality is, and they're in the 3D world and they want to walk all over you. Okay? This is what that is. These spiritual AF people who are like, look at me, I'm so spiritual. And then they go, but you don't agree with me. Well, you can't be spiritual. You can't be my spiritual sister. How dare you have different belief systems and structures from what I have? Newsflash. I feel like Frank needs some paper for, how, like, newsflash. And this is a sit in Ascension news today. Hold it, Frank. In Ascension news today. Newsflash. Oh, that was some nice tunes. Newsflash. Spiritual is anything you want it to be. Okay? But what it isn't is being walked over, not having boundaries, and just thinking that you can treat somebody who says they're spiritual like anything that you want because they will just take it. Well, not this spiritual badass. Not today. Hi, Kerry. And sometimes people just aren't, they're just not ready to hear it, and they don't want to hear it. They ask for your opinion, and you're like, you sure you want my opinion? And you give them your opinion, and they're like, nah, I can't handle it, I'm glitching out. So this is why the center point is so important. Warrior, goddess, angel, in the center, navigating, knowing when it's okay to say no. We can still do this with love and compassion. You can say no with love and compassion and not be a bitch about it. Okay? You can speak your truth from love and compassion and not have to be angry about it. Okay? You're allowed to speak your truth. You're allowed to set boundaries. Jean, it's amazing how my beliefs have changed again and again over the last 2 years. Yeah, it's just this expansion. It just keeps expanding and expanding. I'm going to stop talking with Frank now. Yeah. Hi, Michelle. Okay. Oh, good morning, Dawn's children. Say hello, Frank. Morning. Good morning. Right, I'm going to go. I got to go and get ready for a session. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Thank you all for you're enjoying Frank. I feel like I want to put glasses on him. I don't have glasses for him. But I feel like he would be like Ascension News by Frank. We don't have to listen to any of this mainstream media. Let's just have Frank doing the Ascension News. We might just do like a little Ascension News every now and again with Frank, just like in Ascension News. Oh boy. Yeah, she's lost it. Okay. So that's where Frank's gone. I can't speak to him anymore. I can't get answers from him anymore. He's not there. Okay. So, although he is, because he will always be in my heart and your heart if you choose to have him there, he has gone back home and merged and integrated, and it's beautiful, and it's all about love, and it's gone full circle. And yeah, maybe It will give us a better understanding of spirit guides. And maybe, just maybe, squash some of the programming that is out there about the guides. Maybe we need to ask more questions. Always ask more questions. Would you like glasses, Frank? Emma, can you knit glasses for Frank? Kidding. Can you though? I'm kind of not kidding. Can Frank get some glasses? You knit a newspaper for him so we can, like, a bit of paper. No, I'm kidding, Emma. Don't actually do that. Okay. Absolutely, Maria. So, I love you all. You guys are all awesome. Thank you for being here. This is one heck of a journey. You know, the signs are all around you. The universe is showing you everything that you need to know in every minute. Sometimes we just have to open our eyes, open our awareness, open our hearts, and start listening a little bit more. I love you too, Captain Lightmare. Love you. Okay. Right, guys, have a beautiful, blessed, joyful rest of the week. 12th is a big day. I'm looking forward to our little journey with our Patreons on the 12th. So nice to see so many people joining in there, getting the work done, and if this has taught me anything, it's that even though we don't always understand, we are always held, we are always loved, we are always watched and guided every step of the way, even when we can't see it, feel it, hear it. Everything is exactly as it should be. Everything is divine. And, the ascension is on. It's happening. So I love you. Have a beautiful day. Gonna hang up now. Yeah. Ooh, something just popped up. Well, what was that? Love you.